Thank you for joining me again for another Word of the Week, our weekly wow. Welcome to my office. Our word this week is the word intimacy, or intimacy again. Word of explanation. Early in 2021, I wrote a series of articles about prayer. One takeaway from that study was that meaningful prayer depends on intimacy with God. Prayer is more than asking for things. Prayer is relationship, hanging out together, spending time together, what I sometimes describe as wasting time with God. As I was thinking about prayer, now over 3 years ago, I wrote a word of the week, weekly wow. I focus on the word intimacy. In the written notes, you can find a link to that study. More recently, the word intimacy has surfaced again, repeatedly, in my work on the new video series, Knowing Jesus. In fact, an invitation video to that series was released earlier this morning, July 31, 2024, and you can find it on the dedicated YouTube channel at Knowing Jesus 24. Knowing Jesus depends on having an intimate relationship with him. Thus, I wanted to write about intimacy with Jesus, but I had already written about intimacy. I had already used the word intimacy as a weekly wow, perhaps a different word. My search for a different word led me to synonym lists, new insights. Intimacy is frankness, transparency, vulnerability, familiarity, affection, closeness, relationship. Intimacy is personal. But I did not find a word I liked better than intimacy. So you understand the title, Intimacy Again. Not to speak again about prayer, but about what it means to know Jesus. Here's the major point. Knowing Jesus is not the same as knowing about Jesus. Think with me about 4 Jesus followers who are described in the New Testament. First, Philip. The John 14 conversation between Jesus and Philip is convicting. If you had known me, you would have known my Father. From now on, you do know him and have seen him. And Philip said to Jesus, Lord, show us the Father, it will be enough for us. And Jesus said to him, have I been with you so long, and you still do not know me, Philip? After 3 years, Philip did not know Jesus? Is that what this text is saying? And yet Philip was among the earliest followers. We found the Messiah, John 1, 43 to 46. Or consider the Apostle Paul. Second example. Nearing the end of his life, he writes these words, I want to know him, Philippians 3:10. Did Paul not know Jesus? Is he saying that he wants to know him better? How shall we understand these words? Think about something that Peter wrote. Have we misread Peter's final admonition, 2 Peter 3:18? Grow in grace and knowledge. Have we limited knowledge to mental affirmation, mental growth? Should growing in knowledge include knowing Jesus? And finally, the Apostle John, saying to us clearly that truth matters in knowing Jesus. 1 John chapter 2, verses 3 and 4. By this we know that we have come to know him, if we keep his commandments. Whoever says, I know him, but does not keep his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Very quickly, some thoughts about intimacy with Jesus as we seek to know him. Knowing Jesus certainly includes knowing about Jesus, but it goes deeper. It includes knowing Jesus' story. The subtitle of the new video series is A Fresh Retelling of the Story of Jesus. Knowing Jesus includes understanding, but perfect understanding, all of the knowledge in the world about Jesus, does not guarantee knowing Jesus. Knowing Jesus is relational, hearts touching, changed, transformed, tuned, spiritually developed. Knowing Jesus influences how I spend my time. As I spend more time with Jesus, that time becomes deeper, more meaningful, more frequent, more comforting. Knowing Jesus transforms what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about the things that Jesus was passionate about. Knowing Jesus changes what I think about and what I talk about. My prayer is that we might come to know Jesus, that we might find increasing intimacy with Jesus. And I pray also that the new video series, Knowing Jesus, will help you find new wings to carry you closer to the heart of Jesus, to help develop his heart within your heart, so that his heart will become one with your heart. And I pray also that the video series will help you see the surpassing worth of knowing Christ, Philippians 3:8, to know him and live out resurrection power. So I invite you not only to pray today about intimacy, but also to take a moment to go to the YouTube channel, again, at Knowing Jesus 24, also available in the written notes, and think with me about what it means to know Jesus. Remember that God loves you. I love you. That's the way it's going to be. I pray that this might be a week of growth in our intimacy with Jesus as we come to know him better and better. Until we're together again next week, my prayer always is, may God bless us as we seek to serve him and as we seek to know him.